Welcome to Kaleidoscope Toy and Miniature Australian Shepherds in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm doing a little series on pressure and release training, and this will be video number 2. And I had been mulling over in my head what the next step would be, and I got a great comment this morning. And so what we're going to do is we are going to base video number 2 off of this comment. And the title of this video is going to be Train a Conditioned Response in a Controlled Environment. This person wrote in, they're in Sweden. They live in a very large city, lots of people, lots of activity, lots of dogs. They have a 12-week-old They have a 12-week-old Springer Spaniel puppy, which I can just picture. And Springer Spaniels are very effervescent. They have a lot of energy. Her dog is very social. It's a hunting dog, so when she gets it into the environment, it wants to visit everyone. It wants to investigate the environment, and it's, for some reason this is problematic. The only reason I could think this would be problematic is that the dog doesn't know, and it's only 12 weeks old, so we have to cut this puppy some slack. But there's no reason right now that they couldn't start conditioning a response in this puppy and teaching it the proper way to engage the environment. And one of the comments that she said, or he said on the comment, was when people come around, they have to run and get the harness or leash for the dog. Okay. So there's so many things came up in my mind. Number one is, why doesn't it already have a leash on it all the time? People don't think about that with their puppies, but when they're in the house, when they're out of their exercise pen, I like my puppy to be on a leash, either attached to me or dragging a house line. Number two, they're running for this equipment, which means they're bringing up a bunch of excitement. So they're adding to the excitement this puppy already has. So first of all, you're very lucky to have a dog that is outgoing and friendly and wants to meet everyone. But what we have to do is teach it how to do it properly. But see, here's where we go down a rabbit hole. Here's where we get in trouble. We start addressing an individual, what they consider a problem. I consider a plus. Okay. But they're trying to address a particular problem instead of giving their dog a foundation in training. Sitting here next to me is the most hyperactive dog I think I have, in that he is just busy. So I have instructed him to sit in this chair for the duration of this video. Now we'll see if he does it. Once in a while I'm going to notice him. I'm noticing because he's right. I'm noticing him because he's doing what I want him to do, which I told him to sit in this chair until I'm done with this video. Okay? So instead of addressing a problem, you have to put a foundation on your dog. This means that if it was my puppy, I would be training it. Now she's like, we can't, your methods won't work because we live in a very busy city. Well, sure they will. Train your dog in your home. Train your dog in your apartment. Take it out to potty. Take it back into the apartment. Your dog doesn't have to go. No dog on God's green earth has to go for a walk. None of them have to go for a walk. They don't have to go anywhere. While they're being trained, they don't need to go anywhere. So you train the dog in the house. See how he's really losing his patience. Now I have to make a decision here. I can either put him on the floor, or he can fail by getting up and jumping down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can keep him up here just a couple of more minutes. And if he tries to jump down, I'm blocking him. See, that's pressure. That's release. I'm blocking him from getting down. He's doing pretty good. This is a great example of teaching this dog impulse control or reinforcing his impulse control. There's a good boy. Now see, I didn't ask for the DOWN. He offered it. And when they go DOWN, then they are actually sort of marrying that spot. They're going, well, I guess I'm here for the duration, so I'll DOWN. Good boy. He did that so good. So anyhow, see, this is the foundation that you need to put on your dogs. Keep the puppy home, take it out to potty, bring it back in the house, train it. We're going to start playing games with this puppy, the come and go game, where you take the food. I have a little short up, you can look it up, it says teach your dog to come and go. But you take the breakfast, you roll a piece of it across the floor, they go to get it, you call them back, you give them another piece of their breakfast, and you do that over and over, and you throw it a little farther, you throw it into different areas. That is building the bond. We're going to build a bond with this puppy. Now this is a very high energy breed, little Springer Spaniel, like the Mini Aussie, high energy, smart. So we're going to play games with it. We're not going to give it a puzzle to go solve. You can, but I would want about 80% of the games with this puppy to be played with me to build the bond and make me the most interesting thing in the puppy's life. And what you're going to do is, like in video number 1, if you're out and the puppy starts to get excited over someone, just step on the leash so it can't jump up and let it stand there and wiggle. Ask people not to touch your puppy, ever. Don't touch it, don't pet it, don't talk to it, don't look at it. Don't even look its way. Get people to leave your puppy alone. But you've got to teach conditioned responses in a controlled environment. That's what I've done with Storm. I don't take him out to the big city and then start teaching him to sit in a chair. I'm going to do that at home, and then if I want to take him to an outdoor cafe, I can put him in a chair next to me so he's not underfoot. Nobody's going to step on him, and he'll understand what I want him to do. So teach your conditioned responses at home. Now, what's a conditioned response? A conditioned response is you practice something over and over for days and weeks. You get a consistent response and result, and then the dog is pretty much programmed to do it. When you ask the dog to do it, it just does it. So that's what we're going to work on. Now you have to remember this is a puppy, so there has to be plenty of exercise, plenty of playtime, lots of interactive play with you. Make the home environment a lot of fun, enriching, take it out to go potty, get it its exercise in there, and then once it understands, you're going to step on the leash and stand on it so it can't jump up and pull away. You can take it out for a little short walk. When you see people coming or with walking their dogs, just step on the leash and stand there and train this dog the appropriate response to the environment. So this is video number 2 on training your dog with pressure and release. Now this is pressure and the release of pressure. You've seen me doing it with Storm right here. You're a good boy, Storm. Now I am reinforcing the good behavior. You have to notice your dog when it's being good. We just run around noticing our dogs when they're being bad and scold. Have to stop looking myopically at one problem that you're having. The problem is there's no foundation on your dog. 12-week-old puppy isn't old enough to have a foundation anyway. I love the fact that it's social. I love the fact that it wants to engage its environment. It's really not a problem when you teach the puppy how to do it correctly. So, train your dog at home, condition the responses that you want. Don't worry about one particular problem. We're going to lay a foundation. So video 3 will be laying a foundation for your dog using pressure and release. So thank you so much for watching.
You're the world's best dog. You're the world's best dog. You are the world's best dog. Did you know that? You're the world's best dog. You're the world's best dog.
Yeah.